perspective as far as these developments are concerned. In the latest, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has met with the US Director of the National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and during his visit to Washington, D.C., the meeting highlighted the continued strengthening of the bilateral ties between the two nations, with a focus on the national security and intelligence cooperation. In fact, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi has kicked off the US visit for his first meeting with the newly re-elected Donald Trump, all eyes remain on the number of key issues between the leaders, a major one being citizenship and then the immigration. All right, viewers, now in fact, let's take a very close look at this point of time on what remains to be on the agenda while we talk about this crucial bilateral talk that happens to take the center stage and has the world talking. The first meeting with Tulsi Gabbard has happened of Prime Minister. She's a 43-year-old Hawaii native, and she's sworn in as the 8th Director of the National Intelligence in February this year. A very recent US intelligence chief, Tulsi Gabbard, who is the first Pacific Islander American and Hindu American to hold a cabinet level position. This is in fact a lot of portfolios that she's filling in, and she's also the first Hindu to hold that high level of a cabinet portfolio. She's a former Congresswoman and from Hawaii's 2nd district is what we know so far from the year 2003 to 2021. That's a long time, nearly 20 years that she has been a former Congresswoman. Army National Guard Major and served in Iraq as well. Tulsi Gabbard, who is the first Indo-American DNI, she has in fact advocated for the non-interventionist for foreign policy and intelligence reform, is what makes her position in fact very crucial. And at the same time, when Tulsi Gabbard is meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, this is what in fact she has held so far. 2020 presidential candidate with an anti-war and civil liberties focus. Her key areas were the war and civil liberties that were put in focus while she was fighting in the 2020 presidential campaign. She faced criticism for meeting the Syrian President Assad and her views amplified by the Russian media. She was at the helm of facing criticism after meeting the Syrian President, and she was in fact sworn in after the Senate confirmation battle. She was backed by the veterans and criticized by some of the Democrats for this decision that she has made few years back. And now she is focused on balancing the national security with the civil liberties as the DNI. In fact, a lot of portfolios, a lot of responsibility and a position important as such. With Tulsi Gabbard in fact meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it is even more concerning that the kind of dialogues and the kind of discussions that have taken place, how they play out for India and in what sense it is going to be very highlighting for the Indians through in fact this crucial meeting. Now, in